and a fan, supporter, and a cheerleader. He's a participant. He surfs with Team Red every opportunity that he gets. He charges so hard with such confidence and with such joy that one cannot help but be drawn to this good-looking human being, especially the youth of LRO. They're his hero. Danny is all about the youth. He loves creating opportunities for them to live life to the fullest in the moment without fear. He truly embodies the spirit of Life Rolls On and the LRO Hana. And that's why we are proud to have him along with the Ezekiel family at this year's honoree. I'd like to show you a short video of Danny and how inspiring he is.
My name is Danny Kurtzman from San Diego, California. I never surfed before, and I've never been a fan of the water, never really wanting to, even thinking I was ever going to ever surf my whole entire life. It took me about 3 events and having my little Groms peer pressure me, pushing me to do something I never thought I could do. I had the right group of friends and the right surrounding and the right support system that, anything is possible. It's an unexplainable feeling of freedom, along with, complete independence, while knowing that I'm sharing it with people that are my family, Team Red. We're all out here to have fun again. Like, whether you were diagnosed with a disease or you had an accident that was unfortunate, like for that one day or for that one wave, we're all the same. Ezekiel sponsors the Able Skate Again event because why not? It's the sickest event ever. It's my favorite day of the year that I can ever be a part of or have my brand be a part of. When they fall down, get back up with a big smile on their face and they say, I'm going to keep on doing this. When I hit a bump in the road, when I have an obstacle that I need to face, and when it looks like I can't get through it, I think of them, that one wave or that one day lasts 365 days, and that's what makes Life Rolls On so special.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for this year's recipient of the LRO Hana Freedom Award, my good friend, huge inspiration, Danny Kurtzman. Watch out, ladies. Watch out. This guy rolls around with his tongue out. But look, he won an award and he brought his friends up here, man. So, Danny.
I need a little bit of support, so I invited my best friends on stage. So everyone give a round of applause for giving me some support. All right. Yeah, I was a little nervous about doing this today, and thank you, Chris Martin over there, for giving me a little pep talk because I was freaking out a little bit. But I've been involved in Life Rolls On for the last decade. It all started with a lovely, and taking it back to what Jesse and I love more than anything other than this foundation is music, a concert in Malibu. And, it was love at first sight. Seeing Jesse across the stage, enjoying music like me, and I never experienced something like that before, and someone else in a wheelchair at a concert, front stage, dancing with a bunch of cute girls around them, and from the rest it's history. I've been doing this for 10 years, and it started out with me volunteering, just showing up, me begging Jesse for an internship in college, me throwing a graduation party and charging $20 at the door, and showing up at Jesse's office the next day with a bag of cash saying, here you go, which was an epic party. To me, just, semi-sponsoring the skate thing, to fully sponsoring the skate event, to showing up to the surf events, not even surfing. So these guys behind me were, excuse my language, busting my balls till I got in the water. Literally hundreds like, are you kidding me? You don't get in the water and I get in the water? And I was like, yeah, you make a very good point, so I surfed. And I've surfed every day since. The decade's been a crazy journey for Life Goes On since I started. Like Jesse said, I wasn't in that first surf event with 3 people getting pushed in the water, but I was at the one 10 years ago when it was just, 30, maybe 40, and now it's 100. The skate event, when it was the first time, and it was just, Aaron doing backflips, and now it's Albie dropping into the big bowl. It's just amazing how far this foundation has come, and how lucky I am to be a part of it. I don't look at myself as an inspiration. I don't take the credit for it because I don't know any better. I wake up every day and I live life to the fullest, and because I got my best friends like behind me doing the same thing, and if they're doing it, why can't I? So I can't take the full credit in accepting this award. In doing that, I had to acknowledge 3 groups of people, and these 3 groups of people are actually ties into my 3 favorite things about Life Goes On. And growing up my whole life with the muscular dystrophy, it was quite interesting, and I've been just fortunate enough to be surrounded, like Jesse is, by amazing people and amazing friends. And my friends aren't just my friends, they carry me emotionally, physically, and life's all about experiences. Life's all about, being a part of things and surrounding yourself and picking yourself up and smiling. And my friends do that for me every single day. When I'm down, they pick me up. They don't act like they're doing me a favor. They just want to do it. And I got some of them here today. I got some of them in Detroit. I got most of them around LA. They have allowed me to see the world and see concerts and see cities and be at places and times that I would have never been able to without them. And without living those experiences with those amazing human beings, I wouldn't be who I am today. So I just want to say thank you, because that also is the Life Goes On volunteers. The volunteers are, and these guys can attest to it, is everything to Life Goes On. I think they enjoy it more than we enjoy it. Their smiles are bigger than the smiles we have when they're riding those waves in, and they're not volunteering. They're not doing charity work. They're doing it because they love it just as much as we love those events. Like when I'm not in that wave at Huntington or Santa Monica in Team Red, I think I'm stoked, and I turn around and Corey's even more stoked than I am. So I just want to thank all the volunteers and my friends for doing this for me and making the person I am today. The second thing is something quite unusual, and Jesse tested this a little while ago in his last speech. Like the crew I have behind me, we wouldn't be who we are without the parents that raised us. It's very unusual, and I've been in many situations around individuals who have been in injury, have been diagnosed with a disease, had an unfortunate accident, that the parents freak out. And when you're young and you're growing up with a physical disability and accident, you need that support structure. They're everything, and it's not the support structure just to take you to the doctor's office and make sure you have the wheelchair. It's to allow you to live life, and not just to live life, but to live life just like everybody else. And my crew behind me, with Jacqueline and Pete and Stu and Tracy and Crew's parents and Albie's parents and Lucy's parents. Like, you guys all have been that person to just let your kid live life to the fullest. They're not a kid in a wheelchair, they're just a kid. And I was lucky to have the same type of parents that just didn't get scared when I was diagnosed with the disease. Wasn't scared when they were told that he might be in a wheelchair, and none of the physical emotions like we all might have. They just said, you know what, we're going to make the best of this, and we're going to do it, and we're going to live life to the fullest, and whatever challenges get thrown at us, we're just going to make it happen. And the biggest one, he's here tonight, and he's should be up here accepting this award with me tonight, is my dad. What a crazy life of 30 years. We've had a crazy last 8 years. Crazy couple of challenges outside of just having a disability that we've had to fight. And I just want to let you know that, like, knowing that you're in my corner every single time I have to get in the ring, I know there's no fight I can't beat. And it's really, really, really nice to have a parent that is there like that. And to all the parents that are here tonight with your kid, to all the parents that are not able to be here, I thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart, because you guys are the true inspirations. Last but not least, the last thing I got, give acknowledge to that Jesse has said a lot tonight is Ella Ohana. And Ella Ohana goes more than just the, some odd events that are going on every year. It's something that Jesse has built that's quite special. I've been involved in this 10 years, but I've been fortunate enough to have, I didn't even notice it. Like, I noticed it, but I didn't really know what to call it my whole life. I've had Ohana in my life forever. Some of you maybe don't know, I was diagnosed with a muscular dystrophy when I was 9 years old. But I didn't do it alone. When I was diagnosed with muscular dystrophy, I also was diagnosed with my little brother. And I've had Ella Ohana my whole life. Drew passed away 8 years ago. And I've been with Life Goes On 10 years. Growing up as an older brother with a younger brother with a muscular dystrophy, he was he's the one who led the path for me to know, like, how do you face obstacles? How do you tell challenges that I don't care how big you are, I don't care how scared you are, I'm gonna beat you. And as an older brother, that's hard to accept, because you're the one that's supposed to lay the path. But he did it for me for, my 23 years of him being around. And when he passed away, I got scared, I didn't know what to do. It's a big part of me that kind of wasn't there anymore. And, this miracle, this special thing kind of fell into my lap. And it was Life Goes On. It became my new Ella Ohana. I got these 3 grounds behind me. That are my little brothers now. Like, they're the ones who allow me to not be scared. That when I do have a bad day, and we all have bad days, that not to give up, not to throw the towel in, that if they can do it, I can do it. And that's why I love this foundation so much. Because I'm not a surfer and I'm not a skater, but I want to be a part of this thing for the rest of my life. And it's this community that Jesse's built. That it doesn't have to be a Saturday in Santa Monica. It doesn't have to be a Saturday in Venice Beach skating. Life goes on. It's a community now. It's a family that inspires not only us, but you and other people that just, are fortunate enough to meet every single one of us that do this every single day. And it's the biggest inspiration to me is this guy standing to the right of me right now. He's laid the path of things that I've always been scared at. Like what if, am I gonna get married? Am I gonna have kids? And this guy just married the most beautiful, amazing girl I've ever met in my whole entire life.
Hands off, hands off, hands off. Don't look at her, man. She's mine, she's mine.
And you don't know, he just had 2 kids, and being 30 years old, growing up with a physical disability, that's just something that you don't know. You don't know, can I do this? You want to think you can do it, but till you see it and visualize it with someone that you care about and look up to and believe in, and that you can call as your best friend too, actually do it, you make the impossible possible instantly. And I just want to thank Jesse, and I want to thank Life Goes On, and I love you, dude. Thank you.
I love you too, man. Give a round of applause. Danny Kurtzman, inspiration. Thank you so much.